Today, Saturday, the 26th of April 2025, we have some hand-picked match prediction to share with you, which will be backed up by some stats and analytics to help you make your picks in the list to boost your winning by a greater percent. And to those of you who want to access all our hand-picked events, which we share to members only, as well as our top match prediction picks in terms of corner kicks, goal probability, and straight win events, which we provide to members only, then you want to make sure to subscribe to the Level 2 Pro plan or Level 3 membership package plan to have access to all our handpicked events to take your winning to the next height. To those of you who want to join, the link is below this video description. And before we want to proceed to the event of today, we want to say congratulations based on yesterday's event for registered high win rate. Of course, today we still have another list of games to share, a total of 10 events to share them with you based on corner kick events, goal probability, and straight win games, which you can take advantage of it and find your own picks in the list to boost your winning. So without wasting time, let's proceed with the first game in this list. But before we proceed, first I have a quick announcement to make. If you come here to the front page of our channel here, you're going to see that we provide match prediction to members only based on our top pick prediction event, based on top upcoming games, comprises of corner kick games, straight wins, and goal probability, which you can see here. For you to access members only video or match prediction picks, then you want to make sure to subscribe to the Level 2 Pro membership package plan or the Level 3 membership package plan to have access to these features to take your winning to the next height. Also, if you become a member, you're also going to have access to our top-notch tutorial classes. For example, if you're a member of the Level 2 Pro plan, you're going to have access to the Level 2 Pro classes as well. This will give you access to the live match corner kick strategy that we share to members only, a simple trick to make consistent win with handpick event we share, the never seen soccer match prediction strategy being explained step by step, the straight win and comeback strategy that will amaze you, a tactical straight win and 2.5 goal strategy for you to use, and a 99% win rate strategy you can use at your advantage. So once you subscribe to the Level 2 Pro membership package plan, you have access to all of these video tutorials in one place to start to implement the strategy we have shared to see how you can push your winning to the next height. But if you become a member of the Level 3 Master, you have access to Level 3 Master classes. This will give you access to top-notch tutorials like the excellent corner kick strategy being revealed to members of the Level 3 Master only, the top secret AI tool we use to find games in terms of goal probability and straight win, game changer corner kick match prediction strategy that reveal the top secret site we use to find corner kick events to include in our sleep, 6 amazing AI tools you can use, home and away match prediction strategy explained step by step, and 2.5 goal strategy to beat the bookies and win even more. These are some of the top-notch Level 3 Master classes you're going to access all in one place once you become a member of the Level 3 Master class and start to have access to these features to take your winning to the next height. Of course, also, if you come to the front page of our channel here and come to this section that says the video tab or video section and click on it, you're also going to notice that we provide match prediction strategy for free to everyone. For example, if you scroll across our channel here at this section, you're going to discover top-notch tutorial classes for free, which we have shared to everyone. For example, you're going to see top 5 soccer prediction apps, which we have compared and released so that you can see some of the features of this app, which we have released, and how you can use it to find some games to include in your sleep. Top 5 prediction app you can use at your advantage. You want to make sure to also watch that tutorial to learn some few tips we have shared in the list. Also, of course, if you scroll even more, you're going to see other tutorial types, like for example, expert tips for picking winning soccer matches. We have explained some of the tips which we have shared to everyone for free, how you can find picks using the strategy we have explained in this tutorial for free. Of course, we have other video tutorial type like the 5 hidden Sofascore features you can use to win more bets. Here we have explained some of the top 5 Sofascore features you never know existed before, which you can take advantage of it by watching these tutorials to the end and learn some of the tips and strategy we have explained to start using it at your advantage and see how you can discover some of the features of Sofa app you can use at your advantage. So now, that being said, let's now proceed to the first game of this list, which we have a total of 10. And of course, in this particular episode, we are going to share with you 5 of it based on our top 10 list. We will share top 5, and the rest of it can be accessed only by members only. Of course, for you to access all of these events, which are our top 10, of course, you want to make sure to become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan by joining the membership package plan to access all of these events. So in this list, we are going to share 5 with you, and the remaining 5 of it for you to access. And then you want to make sure to become a member by having a membership package plan. So without wasting time, let's look at the first game in this list. We are looking at Germany in the Bundesliga. We are looking at Bayern Munich against Mainz. In this event, Bayern Munich, the home team, have proved that they have played better games in terms of the recent game they have had, having a game against Dortmund and also against Inter and St. Pauli and Bochum, where they score at least between 2 to 3 goals in each event with a high offensive strength. If we look at Mainz, on the other hand, they concede very much with a weak defensive line. And of course, comparing the strength performance in terms of the recent event they've had, the performance of Bayern Munich in terms of the recent event they've had proved that they are the one that are leading this table in the Bundesliga. They sit on the first place. They have recently had 5 games with 3 wins, 1 draw, and 1 loss, scoring 14 goals and conceding 7. The offense is very good. The defense is also not very tight. But Mainz, on the other hand, in terms of the recent event they've had, have proved that they just have an average offense, and the defense is not that also very tight. Of course, Bayern Munich is going to take advantage of this by using the strength of its high offensive power to see how they can move further. And looking here at everything in place, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. And also looking at the recent head-to-head between these two, which they met not very far ago. Bayern Munich played at home in lead 8 against 1. This time he's still having a good form and is coming again for this tournament against Mainz. And we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, Bayern Munich, the home team, have proved to be very offensive in the recent event they've had, and the offensive strength is really great. We want to look at it to take advantage of the not tight defense of the way to lead in full time as one of the major picks. And we also want to look at least 1.5 goal in full time with 2 goals over. It's our major pick for this particular event. Looking at the next year, we look at China in the Super League. We are looking at Changchun Yatai against Chengdu Rushen. In this event, the performance of the away, which is our favorite here, have proved to be very great and offensive in the recent event they've had. They recently had a game against Shanghai where they had a good strike power against Qingdao Hanyu. They also had a lead, and their offensive strength have been great comparing to that of the home, where it has an average offense and average defense. Then, of course, we want to now compare the strength performance in terms of the game played by the form of the home and the away. The away have proved that here they sit on the first place. They are toppling the away table. They recently have 4 games with 3 wins and 1 draw, 8 goals scored and 2 conceded. That's a good offense and good defense. But if we look at that of the home, the performance at home have proved that in the recent gameplay they have had, they are not good. They have had 3 games scoring only 2 and conceding 3. The offensive strength is not good at home. And of course, based on the 3 games they have had at home, no win has been recorded. But that of the away have proved to be very offensive, scoring 8 goals in 4 games played, an average of 2 goals per each game with a good defense. And as a result, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, the away team is our favorite. They have a better strength and defense as compared to that of the home. Looking at the straight win for the away team is going to give us an odd of 1.52 or 1.53. And looking at the double chance for it, we want to look at least 1.25 odd for the double chance. So we'll look at 2 major picks here. 1, the away to lead, and 2, the possibility of a double chance for the away team in this particular event in full time. Looking at the next, we looked at Armenia in the first league. We are looking at Syunik playing against Shirak Gimri. In this event, the home team have proved to be very offensive in the recent event they have had in the first league of Armenia itself, scoring 1, 7, 2, and 3, and 3. They are very offensive and very great. That of Shirak, on the other hand, concede very much with a weak defensive line. They are not very strengthened. And looking at the stand performance in terms of the recent event they have had, the performance of the home by the form have proved that the form at home is good. They are the one toppling this table, sitting on the first place. They've had 5 games recently played at home, all the 5 leads, scoring 16 and conceding 3. Offense is very good. Defense is also very tight. But that of the away, Shirak, on the other hand, have proved that the defensive line is not very good. They recently had 5 games at away with just 1 lead, scoring 8, conceding up to 10. The home team with a great offense want to take advantage of the weak defense of the away. And of course, looking at this, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, the home have proved to be very offensive and the defense is also good. But that of the defense of the away is not very tight, with an offense which is not very, very great. As a result, we look at the home to take advantage of that weak defense of the way to lead in full time as one of the major picks. as well as the possibility of at least 1.5 goal in this event in full time is our major pick. Looking at the next year, we are looking at Indonesia in the Liga 1. We are looking at Persib Bandung against PSS Sleman in this event. We are looking at the performance of corner kicks for the home team to have huge number of corner kicks in the recent event they have had, while the away concede too much in corners. Of course, I will share with you some stats based on the recent event at the home by Persib Bandung. They have proved to be very good in corner kick offense. First, we are looking at the match they had against Bali United. We'll want to look at the number of corner kicks they scored in this event, and we are going to look at the most recent 3 events they have just had in terms of the corner kicks, and looking at Persib Bandung in the recent event they have had based on the corner kick event they had against Bali. They proved to score a total of 12 corner kicks for this event, making it a high striking corner kick team, as you can see. Now, of course, we are going to look at the next comparison in the recent game they have had by the corner kick. Of course, looking at this, we want to look now at the next event they recently had in terms of corners. And looking at this, they had this with Persib Kridiri. And of course, looking at this comparison now, we want to look also what they actually have in this event, which I've had in the gameplay where it ended as 4-1. In this, of course, Persib Bandung, the home, still proved that the number of corners here were 5, making it a good corners. And of course, we'll look at the average of these 5 and 2. The first was 12 and the second is 5. Now want to look at the next in terms of the recent event they also had based on the most recent 3. Now, looking at the other one in terms of the third, to make it the third one here, we look at the fact that they had a game here against this third team, which is Madura United. And of course, looking at the number of corners event they had for this game played most recent, you're going to see that the strike in the corner kick for this particular event still prove that they share a corner kick power where the offense of corners is good. They score a total of 9 corner kicks here, and combining the average of 9, 5, and 12 divided by 3, it gives us an average of a good number of corners, making it a very good corner team. If we look at that of its opponent, on the other hand, they have proved that they do concede very much in terms of corner events. And now we are going to see about 2 of them or 3, as we have seen in this one, to compare their result in terms of corners. Of course, in the next, I will not share all of these stats, but you know that we have already checked it out for you before sharing. Looking at that of the away, you're going to see that the away here, PSS Sleman, have proved here that the number of corners they do concede is great. They do concede much in terms of corner kicks. And looking at these events where they play at away, based on the corner kick, the number of corner kick they had here proved that they conceded, as you can see, they score only 3, but they conceded 10 corners, giving the home advantage with the high offensive corner kick to have more corner scoring against this opponent, since this opponent concede very much. Of course, if we look at that of the other opponent, based on the event you've had, you're going to see that the number of corner kick conceding for the away team was still very great. And of course, because of time, I do not want to make this to be very long, but we have already checked all the stats, and looking at everything in place, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, based on all the stats we have gathered, the home is very good at scoring capacity in corner kick events. We are looking at it to have between 4 to 5 corner kicks. That is 2 to 5 corner kicks in full time. So you can look at 2.5 corner kick for the home in full time, or 3.5 corner kick for the home team in full time is our major pick for this particular event. Looking at the next, we looked at Germany in the regional Liga Nordost. We are looking at Erfurt against Plön, and in this event, the home have proved to be very offensive, scoring 2, 3, and 4, and 4 in the recent event they've had. The offensive strength is very great. But if we look at that of the away in terms of the recent event they've had, the performance is weak. They concede too much. 3, 2, and 2, 3. The conceding strength is high. They are very weak in the defensive line. If we look at the stand performance in terms of the recent event they've had, the performance of the home in terms of the recent game played have proved that they are the one that is toppling this table. They sit on the second place, 5 game play recently with 4 wins, scoring 13, conceding 3. Offense is good. Defense is also very good. But if we look at that of the way in terms of the recent event they've had, you're going to see that the defensive line here is not good. They've had 5 games at the way, no wins, and they've scored just 4, conceding 12. The defensive line is weak. Looking at the fact that the home will take advantage of that weak defense, and as a result, we want to look at 2 major picks here in full time. For this particular event, the home is more offensive, and the defense of the way is not tight. We look at the home, therefore, to break the defense of the way to lead in full time as one of the major picks, and we also want to look at least 1.5 goal here in full time. And the rest part of the game, making it a total of 10 games to share, you want to make sure that you access the Pro membership package plan, that is level 2 Pro plan. with a level 3 master plan to have access to all our handpick events. So for you to access the remaining part of the game, then of course you want to make sure to join membership package plan to start to have access to all our handpick events in terms of corner kicks, goal probability, straight wins, and more to see how you can take your winning to the next height. To those of you who are interested to join, the link is below this video. You want to make sure to follow that link, join to become a member and start to have access to all our handpick events to start taking your winning to the next height. Good luck and see you again in the next upload, and bye-bye for now.